Hello, Necrophyte. Nice to meet ya. I forgot to. There we go. We'll be doing puppet history today, nerds. It's okay. I like puppet history. Da 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 dun dun dun. No. There is a brick at your head for scrolling past my post. Scroll. There we go. Anyway, I have watched a majority of puppet history. However, it has been a while since I've properly watched puppet history. Oh, wait. Did I press... I don't remember if I saved the settings of this or not. Oh, my dad was looking at, to get sodas. Just one problem. Sodas at 7-Eleven are like $13. The fuck is this shit? Oh, well, dropped frames. Great. Don't you just love it when you get dropped frames? Can you make up your mind? Let me get a Dr. Pepper. Wow. You do that. Here, let me put on some music while we wait for more people. Getting for free is life-changing. Thank you. That is cold. I just took a sip of some water, flavored water, which is superior. And I put a bunch of ice in it, and now it's cold. And it's like 89 degrees, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Alright, anyway. Let us start with puppet history. We're starting with the Black Plague. How's the audio?
Welcome one and all to Puppet History. Today we'll be taking...
How's the audio? Is it too loud, too quiet? Because, I mean, like, I put my mic up to, like, the absolute max.
Taking an ever-winding look at yet another chapter in the heavy, heavy book we call history, while our guests ruthlessly compete for the coveted title of History Master.
Puppet history, watcher, but it's history with puppets. It's history explained by a puppet called the Professor. It is very funny. It is very nice. And honestly, you actually learn a lot, weirdly enough.
I am obviously your beloved host, the Professor.
I can't believe I'm normalized already to talking to this blue creature.
Thank you. Ryan.
Later down the line, you hear Ryan call him a little blue nutsack.
Vergara, are you ready? Answer me.
Yeah, ready.
Special guest Stephen Lim, are you ready?
I have never been ready for this.
Okay, then let's crack in.
Let's do it.
Distracted by his tiny little
Look
satchel.
at that bow tie.
Huh? Thank you.
The satchel's killing.
How long did it take you to build your outfit this morning?
I wear this every day. This is my look.
Okay.
Today, we're talking about unimaginable catastrophe of devastation so swift and sweeping that it could easily be mistaken as nothing short of the apocalypse. To set the mood, a reading from The Signs of Death. When the head trembles and the lips grow black, the nose sharpens and the sinews stiffen, the soul has left, and the body holds nothing but a clout. Then will the body be thrown in a hole.
Who'd have thought back in like the 1300s and shit, they would actually say the word clout. Nowadays, clout just means attention grabbing. Yes, that's the word.
And no one will remember your soul.
Hey, Chief, your glasses.
What?
Your glasses fell off, man.
I was just getting really into it.
Yeah, but they're on your mouth. It's distracting.
Hang on. We're talking about the malady of many names, the big sick, the great mortality, the bubonic plague, a terrifying, rapidly traveling biological nightmare that brought 14th century mankind to its knees. What do you guys know about this thing?
I know very little. I just know it was devastating.
The idea of using great as the
I know a lot. I know the fact that it wiped out 1/3 of the population. I know that it seemed to go away and then came back with a vengeance in the 1700s. Yeah, I know a good bit.
the adjective has always been kind of curious to me.
Like World War I, the Great War?
The Great Plague made people cough up blood, and then they had to bury them in pits and set the pits on fire.
Yeah, it was no good.
So that they wouldn't contaminate others. But Great Plague, though. Good one. Really good.
Right.
A good question.
It's a very great plague, I'm sure. COVID should have took. No, I'm kidding.
Kick things off is probably, where'd this thing come from, and how did it turn into such a go-getter? Well, nobody's certain, but most put the plague's origin somewhere in the remote regions of Mongolia. Based on contemporary reports of mysterious maladies, it may have spent some time bouncing around smaller populations in northern China in the 1330s, but would really explode in 1347. And as for its biological tenacity, before we understand anything about the plague, we must first understand 3 key organisms in this global dance of death. The bacteria, the flea, and the rat. You guys get rats in LA?
I'm not gonna lie, the flea, the bacteria, and the rat sounds like a very fucked up nursery rhyme. Just imagine telling your kid to make sure to wash their hands, otherwise bacteria will collect on their hands, gets bitten by a flea, and the flea will bite a rat and make the rat sick.
I was once in my classroom, actually, in high school, and a rat fell from the ceiling and hit a girl's desk, and my teacher pushed a child out of the way and said, every man for himself.
That's pretty funny.
He ain't no professor, I'll tell you that.
Plague, as we know it, is caused by a little bacteria called Yersinia pestis, a very tough little guy. Not only can it be spread by fleas, it can be spread by 21 different species of fleas. According to author John Kelly, it can affect
There's more than one species of flea, what the fuck?
rats, squirrels, gerbils, prairie dogs, and roughly 200 other rodent species.
Oh, wow.
So this pesky bacteria was actually called pest?
Pestis. Yeah.
Is that
it's just
actually
like
where pest derives from?
Maybe?
Your glasses.
Oh,
fell
no,
off.
your glasses.
That happens when I get really
I
excited.
think you need to get fitted for your nose a little bit better.
So most of those, hey, who cares? I mean, the world wasn't overrun with prairie dogs in the 1300s. Would have been pretty cool, though, right?
Sure, yeah.
I'd love it.
Prairie dogs are adorable.
Rats, though! Rats! Rats are the big problem here. Specifically, Rattus rat.
Have you guys ever seen like a barn rat? And they're all gonna get you. Very much so. I'm gonna get you. Have you guys ever seen barn rats? Those things are fucking big. And I'm talking big. At one point, a barn rat got into our house at one point, and I dead ass thought it was a raccoon. Like a very fat raccoon.
Rattus, the black rat, nearly
Rattus,
invincible
rattus.
rodent that can sire millions of offspring and chew through, among other things, lead pipes. And when you put
Punch,
3 of
punch,
those things together, there's a nasty little biological menage a trois that goes down. Oh, no! The red light.
I think pet rats are cute. I do. It's barn rats that I have a problem with. I will never forgive them for going through my ramen. Rest in peace, my ramen. By the way, they ate through like all 26 packs of my like dried up ramen. I still cry.
It can only mean we've arrived at our first question. What do you think happens when an infected flea crosses paths with a rat? A, the infected flea burrows into the rat and dies there. B, the infected flea vomits into the rat. Or C, the infected flea sits in the rat's brain and controls it like...
What do you think it is? I already know the answer because I'm pretty sure I've seen this episode like 7 times already. whenever, and also keep in mind, ramen was the only food I knew how to make. Let's see. Let us see. I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Like that little guy in Men in Black.
I like this quill.
I love it.
While you fill out your answers, I'll show you what you're playing for here.
That's what I want to know.
Behold, the coveted cup of the history master.
Is that a hand I see?
No.
Whose watch is that?
Huh? Oh, bet you
Can't
guys
see
want
it.
to win that, huh?
Yeah, sure, man. Does it come with the hand?
Ryan, what did you put?
I put A, but I would very much like it to be C because that's more novel to me.
Very good. Steven?
I put A as well because
I
I
think
cannot
it's B.
imagine a flea vomiting after a night at the club.
A little puke puddle.
No, it's a club. I like that. Well, let's find out.
Jesus, someone just shot the professor. I think I got hit by a sniper.
What was the name of that trophy that we're winning?
I forgot already.
Oh,
Whoa!
Oh gosh, what a lovely night. I don't know how a rat like me got so lucky
That's a mouse.
living in a time like this when the streets are absolutely caked with scum.
That's a rat.
That is
Yeah, I'm a rat.
an attempt at a Brooklyn accent?
Kind of look
What?
like a kangaroo.
like a kangaroo. Didn't you ever?
Your voice changed drastically.
No.
You went from Brooklyn accent to timid mouse in a house.
I think this rat's workshopping accents on the fly.
Hey, boy with the strawberry hair. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Big Apple Steve.
This show is
right?
so
Big Apple,
funky
where
and
they
I
got
love
the
it.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you. It is very funny and it actually makes learning fun. I can't say the same thing about some schools though, but it can very much make learning fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, when you go to Broadway, do you yell at the people on stage?
If only everything was explained by puppets.
I'm in the middle of a scene.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Apologies to the mouse.
Where was I? Gosh, what a lovely night.
Oh, hey.
Oh, well, if it ain't my old pal, Mr. Flea, here to deliver one of his classic
Fun's
rites, no doubt.
occasional.
Well, have at it, you pesky devil.
Fun education. Is that the wrong word? No. No, that's the right word. I'm trying to make it a puppet pun.
Hey, Mr. Flea, you know, you don't look so good. You eat some bad sushi or something?
No way.
Wow.
Vomits?
Oh my god.
Huh, did you just bite me and then also vomit onto me?
Yeah, no, fleas can puke. I didn't know that when I first watched this. But no, fleas can actually puke. And it's honestly kind of weird.
This is not what friends do.
Remember how I said I can't picture a flea vomiting? Yeah.
He did a good job of
Yeah,
answering
So like what happens is that this is from like I think how they explained it. Bacteria gets backed up into like the flea's stomach. And they can't, get it out properly. So they do end up puking out what they have previously ate. This is that. At least that's what I was able to pick up on.
Actually, I get it now, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, it turns out it vomits into that old funny rat, so I guess neither of you get points.
Oh, man. Wow.
I
so
get
it
a point.
bites the rat and then vomits into the wound?
Yes, what you witnessed there. What happens is the plague bacteria infects the flea, causes a buildup to form in the flea's gut, which causes two bad things. One, the flea never actually ingests anything and therefore desperately continues to bite whatever it can. And two, without any gut to go to, the blood, now infected, is then vomited back into the bite, almost assuring the spread of all Yersinia pestis.
Good old-fashioned double tap.
Yeah. So you take that lethal cocktail, add in a few environmental factors. Some historians point to that region experiencing earthquakes, floods, and famines in the 1330s and 1340s, events very likely to drive rats out of their natural habitat in search of food. On top of that, you suddenly have trade routes span
I mean, rats eat their own children, so why don't they do that instead? I'm sorry. I don't know.
continent. So now any rat stowed away in a loose sack of grain might end up halfway across the hemisphere in a matter of weeks. Question: what other horrific factor contributed to the plague? A, the popularity of a dish called rat pie. B, the streets being caked in piles of innards. Or C, the rising belief that flea bites were gifts from God.
What do you think? I am very curious.
Oh, this one's easy.
Ryan?
I'm gonna go with B. Most of those European streets back in the day were caked with poop. That's how
Steven?
actually a lot of artifacts got preserved.
I'm going with B as in Bergara
A
as
couple
well.
of B-boys.
Right, double B's.
Well, author John Kelly paints a lovely picture. Quote, in most cities, the butcher's district was a Goya-esque horror of animal remains. Rivers of blood seeped into nearby gardens and parks, and piles of hearts, livers, and intestines accumulated under the butcher's bloody boots, attracting swarms of rats.
Wait, hold up. This seems a little lazy.
Huh?
We're not gonna get a little skit here or anything?
We got more skits coming.
I feel like I need a skit right now.
That's a lot.
Oh, that's okay. Honestly, if you use my streams as background noise, that is totally fine. I just add very little commentary. You do your calls and whatnot.
Okay, hang on.
Snap, did I really just cause him to skip this?
I think he's improvising.
Wow, what a lovely day. Oops, I stepped in some poop. Was it worth it?
No.
Yes.
Did you feel like you were transported to another
I very much was.
time?
Do you have any idea who you're talking to? Not me, but that's Big Apple Steve right there. He hails from Broadway. He's a high theater critic.
That's, yeah, well,
It's true. I've seen Wiki
As someone from New York, no.
before.
well, as stated, there was also the issue of torrential downpour of human feces, as it was customary for residents to empty chamber pots out of the window.
Gross.
There was one generally accepted rule of thumb when tossing those turds. Oh,
Oh, question time.
Question time.
can you guess the socially expected courtesy when tossing your turds? Write your answers.
Ooh.
I will not give you multiple choice this time.
How do you toss turds?
You
Can
throw them out your window.
sketch that for me? Oh, actually, don't do that, please.
Ryan, what'd you put?
I would say you would need to say a phrase or something to alert said pedestrian that
Sort
a
of like
turd's
a-
about to hit
Yep. They would do it. They would have to say it 3 times though.
them in the head.
Sort of like a 4?
Yeah,
Hey.
so I went with tally ho, or I also thought about bombs away.
Sure. Tally ho! Here comes a poop.
I went
Steven.
with poop 4.
poop 4.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that's probably where that came from in golf, if this is accurate.
The common courtesy was to shout, look out below, not once, but 3 times.
Uh-oh.
And then you just go ahead and loose your stools upon the world. I'm gonna give that point to Ryan. What? Because I think tally ho is a little more fun than poop 4.
Poop 4?
Poop 4.
Hey, 4 is like almost 3.
All right, moving along. The whole apocalyptic horror show really kicked off in October of 1347 when 12 Genoese ships pulled into a Sicilian port, and the men who got off were they were pus and bones. They were just they were like walking skeletons, basically.
Oh, like Pirates of the Caribbean, Black Pearl.
You
Yeah.
look like Blue Elmo.
Did you? You just talked about men walking off as
Yeah,
being
sorry.
the human embodiment of skeletons.
Oh, sorry, you're Blue Grover.
I guess Sully
No,
from
Grover's
Monsters,
Blue
Inc.
Grover, you idiot.
You know this guy Shane Madej? He looks like a blue
No,
version of
I
him.
don't. You know, nobody goes up to Kermit and says, "Hey, how's Jim?"
So you're familiar with the concept of a puppet as a puppet.
You know,
Are you sentient?
That's very self-aware.
dropping Yersinia pestis into an urban setting was like dropping a match into a swimming pool full of gasoline. There were 3 distinct forms of the plague that ravaged the land: bubonic, pneumonic, and septicemic. Which would you rather have? A, septicemic plague, B, pneumonic plague, or C, bubonic plague?
C.
I do not know what these are.
Ryan, what'd you put?
I put B because
Oh,
B,
no.
so septic is poop, like a septic tank. Bubonic, obviously bad. You said pneumonic?
Pneumonic.
Makes me think of pneumatic.
Oh, like at a bank.
Yeah, so when you put like a little important file or document in a little tube.
No,
it
it's
gets-
not a
it?
dunk. It's more of a thunk.
No, I think it's like a thunk.
It's more like a thunk, thunk, thunk.
Yeah, no, it's more of a thunk. I can't do it. Thunk.
Steve, what'd you put?
Isn't Noom related to the lungs,
Yes.
breathing? So I thought, I want to breathe,
Sure.
so I chose A, septicemic.
Septicemic. Well, let's learn about them and see if you made the right choice.
Put that curtain down.
I got too obsessed with the thunk sound.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I don't feel well, and that's because I have classic bubonic plague. After being bit by a flea, I developed black, egg-shaped swellings on my neck and under my arms. These are called buboes.
What? Wait,
This-
what?
this is the-
Sorry? Say that again. They're called
Boobos.
Yep, the little black spots, they're called boobos.
buboes?
They're called buboes, a funny name for the source of my greatest dread. In a short while, more splotches will riddle my body. I will literally reek of death, and there's a 60% chance I'm a goner.
You guys got the buboes.
This sucks.
Sense of humor.
Hey!
Dying.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I don't feel well either.
You don't look well.
you have the same
That's-
voice as guy one.
That's because I have pneumonic plague,
Uh-oh.
which is what happens when the plague bacteria travels to the lungs.
Team B.
Just my luck, I guess. Anyway, there's a 95% chance I'll die.
Oh, you down, Ryan?
But no buboes on your neck.
But not before I start coughing up blood and spending 3 days ceaselessly vomiting.
But all this clear of buboes?
This sucks.
Come on, Septo. Under 60.
I don't feel well either. And that's because I have septicemic plague, the rarest but worst form.
Oh no.
That means the plague has entered directly into my bloodstream.
You'll get 'em next time, pal.
If that sounds bad, that's because it really is. I have a 100% chance of dying.
No way. There's always a chance of living.
And
Come
by
on.
the time I realize I
Makes me wonder if these days, if you get septicemic plague, if you even have like a small chance of survival. Google to the rescue. If you get septicemic plague today, can you live? Let's see. Unlike the more commonly known bubonic, which is bloodstream, explore septicemic plague in more detail. Alright, let's see. What is septicemic plague? Yeah. Plague effects of humans and non-human animals, septicemic and bubonic plague symptoms, blah, 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 blah. It's a complication. Chills, fever, abdominal pain, extreme weakness or exhaustion, bleeding, which typically occurs in the skin or organs. Shock and... How the fuck do you pronounce that? Gangrene? Gangrene. Causes of the septicemic. Northern New Mexico, southern Colorado, northern Arizona, southern Oregon, California. Of course it happens in California. 4, western Nevada. It's a rarer form and it accounts for 10 to 15% of the cases. As fever. If a person has recently had a flea bite, it may have one key identifying system. For plague, several antibiotics. Yeah, so I would think that in this day and age, with all the medications and stuff, because medicine has like advanced farther than it has. So you definitely, if you were to get it today, you would still feel like shit, but your chances of dying is significantly lowered. And depending on who you ask, that's either a good thing or a bad thing. I will not confirm or deny if I am either of those people.
I'm even sick, I'll only have about 14 and a half hours left on this mortal coil. Good thing I've got a short bucket list. A fun treat for me is that my extremities will turn black, and hardened.
Wait, there's nothing to do with pooping? You don't poop yourself to death?
No.
If you're all dead, why are you still standing? Okay. Nobody gets points.
I mean, I have a 5% chance of living.
I have
0% chance.
I have a chance.
Oh, Jesus, you almost killed the first guy.
Huh?
And your
And
glasses.
your glasses fell
Fuck,
off.
I forgot these guys are still out here. All right. How you guys doing? You hanging in there?
We're good. Who
We're gonna
gets the
give
points?
That point to Ryan because he only had a 95% chance of dying, whereas Steven is a goner.
I don't even want that trophy anyway. I want his satchel.
You don't even know what's in my satchel.
I kind of don't want to know.
I want
Oh,
to know.
you want to know. Go on. Open it up.
I'm not going to open it.
Open up my
I'm
satchel.
opening up the satchel. Can I open it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
There's not going to be anything in there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait. Is there actually something in there?
Wow.
Wait, is there jelly beans
No,
in
no,
there?
you can't look. You can't look.
No, wait.
No.
There's jelly beans in there. I want a jelly bean.
Yeah, go on.
There's jelly beans. Look at
It's
that.
actually jelly beans. Are you gonna eat that? You don't know what that's been. That could be puppet poop.
Don't matter. I'll die for a jelly bean, baby. It was
Do
delicious.
puppets poop jelly
You know
beans?
what? You're okay.
Honestly, dying for a jelly bean? That sounds pretty dope.
In my book, Professor.
Thank you.
You're okay.
Needless to say, those were all pretty gruesome ways to go, and it was happening everywhere. Though records are shoddy, most historians put the average mortality rate around 30 to 40%, and in highly populated areas, it could have been as high as 50 to 60%.
Oh.
This is not a question, but a challenge. In the folders next to you, there are tiny envelopes, and in each of those tiny envelopes is your fate. One of the three of us will not make it. Now, I already opened mine, and I live, so...
Oh man.
Oh, I do like this tiny little letter. That's kind of fun.
You want to swap envelopes?
No.
Oh, like the old Monty Hall?
You sure?
Think it's worth it?
I think I'm good. I'm going to keep my envelope.
Envelope.
And on...
Envelope? Envelope? I think envelope.
Envelope.
What?
Hey, look.
What do we
Says I
got?
remain alive.
Well, no. Congratulations, you have died. Plus 1 history point.
Oh! Let's just bask in this for a moment and try to feel the weight of a world without Stephen Lim.
He's not.
I mean, if you were back when the whole Watcher drama and shit was going on, I'm not gonna lie, you wouldn't feel that bad. I don't know how I feel.
Real. It's a puppet.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not real.
Yes, I am.
How do you toss turds?
Well, he was a good guy. And, I don't know what else to say about him, really.
Wow.
Back to the plague. Most hilarious part of this whole thing, to me, is that everybody who was supposed to have answers for this stuff, doctors, church leaders, they had no idea. Some renowned blowhard in Paris said it was caused by a strange alignment of the planets.
Could you say that sentence again? I got distracted. Sorry.
Why?
No reason.
Well, God-fearing folk just chalked the thing up to divine wrath. Most of them probably thought it was the genuine end of days. There was a weird response to that in the form of the Flagellants, a group of people who toured from town to town. They'd show up, whip themselves to a bloody pulp as the local townsfolk cheered them on, then writhe on the ground as the locals dipped their handkerchiefs in fresh puddles of blood.
They call themselves the.
Yeah, that was a thing. Also, please don't do that. You are exposing people to hepatitis, hepa-boo-boos, hepa-AIDS.
Flatulence?
No,
What do you say?
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. They go to town farting?
the Flagellants. Like
No, we get it. Yeah.
flagelling. And as for doctors, they actually tried their best, but they also fell short. A lot of them blamed, quote, infected air, which is sort of close, but they prescribed things like bloodletting and opening northern-facing windows.
Oh.
Which of these other strange things was prescribed by doctors? A, huffing toilets. B, wine enemas. Or C, snorting ground-up wasp wings.
A.
I'm already locked in, baby.
I'm locked in.
Ryan.
I'm gonna go with B, wine enemas, because
right.
I could see maybe how they would think that would flush the system.
Okay. And Steven?
I went with C.
C, snorting
The wasps.
ground-up wasp wings. Well, one physician noticed that latrine cleaners seemed less vulnerable, which resulted in scores of people huffing actual
No way.
human fecal fumes.
No way.
So, point to nobody. As you can imagine, once the death toll started to rise, things got...
Just imagine being a doctor back in like the 1300s. Oh, you're sick? Here, sniff some hot shit. You should be fine in the next 3 days.
Got real grim. Businesses closed up shop, people left town, carts made daily rounds to collect the previous night's deceased. It wasn't long before bodies were piling up. At night, dogs and pigs would feast on the shallowly buried bodies. With the graveyards filled, in some areas they dug mass burial pits. Elsewhere, they dropped hundreds of corpses into a nearby river to take them to, well, who the hell cares?
As you would.
Somewhere else. In this kind of atmosphere, you can understand how people might just totally throw in the towel. In the novel The Plague, the narrator exemplifies this emotional exhaustion. Quote, none of us was capable of exalted emotion and sorry. In his novel,
Gather yourself,
says
Professor.
I'm toasty back here. None of us was capable of exalted emotion. All had trite, monotonous feeling. It's high time it stopped, people would say.
As you would say when all of your family members are dying.
It's high time this
High
stopped.
time this would stop.
I'm gonna start using that. Me the puppet.
Me whenever I wake up. It's high time this stopped.
It's high time this would stop. But they said it in a British accent, though, right?
I mean, it was all over
High
Europe,
time this would
so
stop.
it's high time. Is that
Oh my
German?
God.
I don't know what that was. Well, the constant looming specter of death also seeped into art. If you'll look in your folder.
All right, let me see if I can do a British accent. Nope. I may be part British, but I do a better French accent.
Folders at the supplementary materials. Take them one at a time here.
More.
You'll
material.
find some art from someone who lived through the trauma of the plague, Hans Holbein the Younger. And it features the Danse Macabre imagery that arose around the time.
Oh, there's a child. Oh no.
Oh, God,
Oh,
that's
this is
great
not
stuff.
funny.
Now, that is pretty good stuff.
Listen, at least the death skeleton is wearing a little nighttime hat.
I do appreciate that.
Oh, that's
No,
dark.
don't take our baby.
The funniest thing about it is the nice little nightcap that he has on.
Hey, but that kid's shirt's pretty fashionable.
That's the new Kanye collection.
It really is.
Well, in what must have seemed like a miracle, the plague would largely run its course by 1350.
If you know anything that's going on with Kanye currently, I don't think you would want any sort of merchandise from him.
51. Luckily, the rats carrying the plague were not actually native to Western Europe, so once the disease burned through the population, it could no longer sustain itself. 4 years of constant, gripping terror. And for what? Well, I'll tell you what. There were some baller upsides to this whole thing
Chicken
that
butt.
nobody ever talks about. So let's count our blessings. Which of these was an unexpected upside of the plague? A, it killed a very bad pope. B, it raised minimum wage. C, people made sheds out of bones.
Raise the minimum
Honestly, making sheds out of bones? I'm not gonna lie. That sounds hella fucking dope.
wage. Supply, demand. Let's see that economic curve.
This is what Jeff Yang has
Jesus.
in mind, right?
It's like a very depressing Shark Tank.
I go B. I'm gonna go B as well.
Couple of
Yeah.
B's. My B-boys again.
Yeah, we're riding hard.
Points for both of you. The job market was a booming. So landlords tended to employ numerous workers, and since the workforce was, in some places, almost halved,
Yeah.
they were desperate to hire whoever they could, which allowed the workers to up their asking price.
Simple economics.
And while this would eventually level out a bit, it still permanently tipped the scales for the working class and granted them both bargaining power and a previously unseen confidence. So despite the silver lining, there's no getting around the fact that the plague was one of, if not the most devastating blows issued to humanity. To better illustrate that, one last shot at history points. If the plague happened today and took an equivalent toll on the population, how many people would die?
Oh.
A, nearly 900
All right. Well, if the world is currently has like 7 billion people,
56 million, B, nearly 1.9 billion, or C, nearly 7.53 billion.
considering that at least one. Yes, Necrophyte, you're so right. You're so real for that. I'm gonna go with B. I think it's a B at least.
I actually don't know how many people there are on the planet, but
Really?
I really don't. Yeah.
Well, if the bubonic plague killed 1/3 of the population, yeah, I would say about 1 billion people.
It's a number you should probably get to know. Is this double points here?
Yeah, you know what?
Wait,
Yeah,
what the hell? You
yeah.
can't just make that up on the spot.
Yeah, I did. It's double points.
Hey.
Ryan, what'd you put?
I put C.
You put
You
C.
are so wrong.
That's right.
And Steven, what'd you put?
I put B because
B.
there are about 7 billion people on this earth, and a third of them would be around 2 billion.
That's exactly right. 1.9 billion is the estimated figure. Grim. So the final history point goes to Steven. This concludes
is that
our
then?
history lesson. I'm going to go tally up the scores to see who receives the coveted cup and the title of History Master. While I do that, please enjoy the special performance from, let's see, who do we have this week? Yes, Death. You know, during that funny little plague, I worked some long hours, and at the end of most days, my dogs were barking. But you know what they say? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Tell you what, I think it sure is fun to make people die. You should see how friggin' funny you look when the lights go out of your eyes. Lights go out of your eyes. Man, I miss that old bubonic plague. What a treat. What a hoot. What a gas. Seeing pigsy bodies in the street. TBH shit kinda kicked ass.
This is intolerable.
This is amazing.
Bodies here, bodies there, bodies everywhere. A lumpy people dropping left and right. The putrid smell of rotting flesh in the air. But all good things come to an end. And to be honest, I needed a rest. But I'll never forget how great it felt to cash that overtime check.
All right, sure, why not?
Yes. Come on. That was,
I don't know if it was standing
that
O
was
worthy.
quite
I
stand-worthy.
don't know if it was standing O worthy, but.
I want that guy to narrate next time.
What,
What'd you say, Stephen?
Nothing about you. You're doing
Professor's bullshit radar was is going off.
a good job with the curtain.
Thank you.
Well done.
When you were backstage, you said you sucked.
No. I do love the man who decides my fate with the
Unbelievable.
You said you
trophy.
stunk big time.
Well, let's
then you
give it
made a
up
fart
for that
noise.
wonderful performance. What a guy.
That was good.
What a guy. And now for the total scores. It appears that Stephen Lim
That's right.
is our history master with 5 history points.
Nice.
5 points, baby.
Bogus.
Because I died.
Stephen,
Fixed.
come collect the coveted history cup.
Thank you.
You are
It's a pity win. It's a pity win.
the
Thank
you.
history master.
I'm going to walk by you slowly so that you can see who won.
You don't deserve it. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that.
Oh my god. And I have a bottle of jelly beans inside the trophy.
Again, that is my poop.
I don't think you ever mentioned that before.
Well, thank you for watching Puppet History. We will see you next time. Thank you to Stephen
Hello.
again for joining us.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's true. A win is a win.
What just happened?
Wait, open your mouth. I got you. Oh,
That was.
that was a lot worse.
Not even a
One
little.
more.
All right.
You're just gonna waste jelly beans.
I'll see you later, guys.
You didn't thank me, Professor.
Bye, Ryan.
You didn't thank.
You didn't thank me, Professor. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking maybe one more episode and then we can maybe do some Zenless Zone Zero. Because I am currently obsessed and simping over Lycon. I don't care. Me and Lycon are married and that's part of my VTuber lore. What the? Wow, my hair was suddenly.
Welcome
kinda
one and all
coming out
to
of my
Puppet
boots.
History. Today we'll be taking an ever-winding look at yet another chapter in the heavy, heavy book we call History, while our guests ruthlessly compete for the coveted title of History Master. I'm obviously your beloved host, the Professor.
Yay, Professor!
Thank you.
Also, she will always be like my favorite guest in Puppet History, because she is just such a sweet and positive force that they have.
Ryan Bergara, are you ready?
Yeah.
Special guest Kate Peterman, are you ready?
I am so ready.
Then let's.
It is. I will say this though: if you are a very much of I guess a Hoyo quote unquote shill, whatever that means, it is very much of a gooner game, and I can see why people don't like it. But honestly, the story is really good. It just kind of like takes some time to like get into it, if that makes sense. It's kind of like Wua in the sense you have to like wait until later patches for it to like be good.
Crack in. Would you guys like to know what you're playing for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah.
It's the coveted Cup of the History Master.
Same prize as last time. Cool.
Well, I'm excited.
Well, let's get to it. Today's tale is a downright caper. It started out as a simple con and turned into a scandal that would captivate all of France and forever alter the course of history, and also be adapted into a movie starring Hilary Swank that I've never seen because they don't let puppets into movie theaters.
Wait, what?
Oh my God.
Unrelated question. Have you guys ever been catfished?
Yeah, I thought so, but I just was fully rejected. Hot in here? Oh.
Honestly, she's so real for that. Don't worry, girl. I've been rejected many times. I don't play the gacha type games, but I do love the character designs. Dude, you are that is so based. To be fair, gacha is a very predatory like gaming system, so I completely get it. So they just show them to me all the time, and aw, that's sweet. I sometimes show my friends different like clips of like. Oh, this was actually before I started playing Genshin. My friend who was actually heavily into Genshin at the time, I sent them a clip, and I guess they didn't reach that part of the story yet, so I ended up spoiling it a little bit. To this day, I still feel bad about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's too personal.
Yeah. The place, France, the time, the 1780s. Before this nutty plot unfolds, we need to lay out 3 of our key players. First up, Jean Lamotte, born Jean de Valois
Is
Saint-Remy.
her boob out?
It's certainly tipping close.
She's a,
Am I allowed to show this? Probably not.
Say it.
no, I was gonna say an unmodest woman.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I'm not judging.
Not judging.
There's no nipple, for the record.
No, yeah, don't look at it, man.
I just want to loop this puppet saying nipple.
There's no nipple and him staring intently at her breasts.
no nipple.
I double checked. I thought I
I
could
don't see nothing. Anyway, she was born in 17...
Yeah, I definitely will do that. Oui, baguette.
1856 with a little royalty in her blood, as her father was a descendant of an illegitimate son of Henry II,
A bastard.
French king from way back in the 1500s. Yes, a bastard. Despite her royal blood, by the time Jean was born, her family was really hurting for that sweet, sweet coin. As a child, her parents made her beg on the street, shouting, quote, "Gentlemen or ladies, take compassion on a poor orphan, descended in a direct line from Henry II, King of France." After a rough childhood and plenty of her own adolescent scheming, she eventually settled down with a military man named Nicolas de la Motte, who looks exactly like every other French man in the 1700s. But despite his position and her ongoing
Never trust a bitch named Nicholas. That's all I'm saying.
claimed royalty, the two were still hard up for cash. We'll check back in on them in just a bit.
What did she do for cash as well? Were they dual incoming it?
She kind of like schemed her way around. She eventually
Like, well, let's hear about these schemes. I want to hear more about these schemes.
She goes to the court and she was like, "Yo, my dad was the illegitimate son of that guy, of King Henry II." And they were like, "You know what? We're gonna give you some money every month." So that's how she kind of made,
So she just went up to officials and said, "Hey, I know the guy in charge. Give me some cash," and they're
Basically.
like, "Chill."
Why
Yeah,
did
kinda.
everybody do that? Well, you get
called
real
a
beheaded.
hustle.
You're also saying that the very threat.
It's called a hustle. Honestly, if it gives you money, it gives you money. I have no room to judge.
Of a guillotine was enough to make them think, why would she chance that?
Oh yeah. I mean, they were using that thing left and right.
They were.
That
They
blade was
really-
dull.
That
That blade was dull.
On to our second person of interest, Louis.
What? Why? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh wow. Sorry, that was my dad. He was telling me that that we need to hold off on ordering Walmart because those fuckers do not have my mac and cheese.
De Rohan. Born in 1734 to the distinguished Rohan clan, author Jonathan Beckman describes him as, quote, impeccably polite, with full, dark eyes that shone under gently drooping eyelids. Louis charmed everyone.
Can I just go back for a minute? With full dark eyes. I don't know about you guys, but those eyes are fucking baby blue. Or fucking gray. I'm sorry, my VTuber's skin tone is darker than his eyes.
Full, dark eyes that shone under gently drooping eyelids. Louis charmed everyone he met and accumulated a pantheon of lovers.
Kind of sounded a little bit like erotica to me.
Yes, I did omit all the yums.
All the yums.
Yum, yum, yummy.
Homina and
Yum,
whatnot.
yum, yum.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
That's enough!
The professor always either looks indifferent or just mildly disappointed.
He never looks happy. He either looks indifferent or very disappointed and angry.
After some time in the circuit, Rohan landed a pretty cushy gig in 1770 as ambassador to Vienna. Ooh. And although he thought the position was below his status, he took it anyway. He quickly gained a reputation in Austria for his wild-ass parties, where he really ruffled feathers.
I could say something about those parties. So he was basically the Diddy of French. God damn it! I tried. I fucking tried. I tried to behave.
Uh-oh. Summon your brains. What aspect of Rohan's social
can't use my
gatherings
brain.
was so controversial? A, his performance of what he called genital origami. B, his risque seating charts. Or C, his collection of monkeys.
It's gotta be me.
Write those down. All right, Brian, what'd you put?
I'm gonna go with testicle entanglement.
And Kate?
Same. I
You're
also,
also gonna go with A.
yeah.
Well, it's kind of boring, but
It's monkeys, isn't it?
it's the seating chart.
What?
So normally in in parties,
Seating chart. I thought you said seating as if like, never mind. I had something way grosser in my mind. Well, you followed it after. Now I'm explaining myself.
Huh?
I feel like I have to explain myself.
What?
When you said genital origami, I figured you were upping the ante sexually. So I thought you said seating chart as if he's drawing a chart out of who he's going to.
Well, that's insane.
What?
That
I'm
is
sorry.
absolutely insane.
You said genital origami.
Yeah.
You thought.
And you said what would be.
why would you? Why?
Repeat the question.
Why would you? Well, he had small tables. Is the
He had small tables. I bet that wasn't the only thing he had that was small.
is the answer? Normally at affairs like that, they'd have one big cartoon rich person table, and everybody would kind of be in the order of like, oh, rich people down at this end, poor nobodies down at this end. But he had a bunch of tiny tables where everyone could mingle. Kind of fun.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And everybody, like, people got
I mean, there was no Diddy party. God damn it! I really need to stop bringing that up.
pissed.
Piss drunk.
No. One of the people who was not pleased about this was the local head honcho, Holy Roman Empress Maria Theresa, who complained about him to anyone who would listen. Rohan, in return, ragged on Maria behind her back. Eventually, the Empress's daughter caught wind of this and got pissed, which could pose some problems for Rohan's political aspirations, because her daughter was none other than our third person of interest here today. It's question time. You thought you were safe, but another question has pounced. Just who in the hell was Maria Theresa's daughter? There is no multiple choice. You must write it down.
Guess what my name is?
Yeah.
Pulling out the stops with these questions.
I'm telling you right now, a lot of people either love this woman or hate this woman. But most people hate her because she's French.
Ryan, answer.
I don't even think this person is from that time. Antoinette, Marie Antoinette. How do you spell? I don't know.
And Kate?
Well, I just put, and I probably spelled it wrong too, Maria Theresa II.
Okay.
What is it?
Well, Ryan gets a point because it's none other than powdered wig wearing, sheep perfuming, cake eating queen herself, Marie Antoinette.
Yep.
Cake Queen. Son of a bitch. I really want that trophy. Okay.
Great question, Doc.
I mean, you're gonna get it anyway.
Thank you. And we could spend a lot of time unpacking this lady's life, but if you don't know the basics, she was born into Austrian royalty, married off to French royalty at age 14, stepped into queenhood at age 18, and gets a lot of flack because she eventually became a prominent scapegoat during the French Revolution, despite not really being all that bad of a lady. Well, now that we have our three players in mind, let's jump into the Palace of Versailles in the year 1784, when all three parties happen to be present. Worth noting that the Palace of Versailles was a hive of activity that pretty much anyone could walk around, though people were probably quick to sniff out if you weren't a noble. So Louis de Rohan was now serving on the French court as Grand Almoner, but he was desperate to be prime minister and believed that the position was being withheld from him due to Marie Antoinette outright loathing his ass. Jean, in her ongoing quest to cash in on her royal lineage, had moved near Versailles with her husband to hobnob. Now, Jean had recently been acquainted with Rohan and was aware of the Queen's refusal to even speak to him. So, as a person desperate to climb the social ladder, what do you suppose she does with this information when they cross paths at Versailles? A, she blackmails him. B, she tells the Queen he's going to assassinate her. Or C, she tells Rohan she's the Queen's best friend. What to do, what to do?
Oh, boy. When in doubt,
Why can't we be friends?
pick C. They say about the SAT.
What'd you put, Ryan?
Well, I put B.
You put B.
I think we know what Kate picked.
Kate, you picked C.
I did.
Well, let's find out what happens.
By a magic of theater.
Costume change.
This is the most fun I've had in a really long time.
Oh, Cardinal Rohan, fancy seeing you here. Oh, hello. What are you doing around Versailles? Oh, you know, just paying a visit to a friend. Oh, is that so? And who might that be? Huh? Oh, my friend? Oh, her royal, just some plain Jane you don't know. Jean, whatever are you playing at? Fine, it's the Queen. I'm friends with the Queen. The Queen is my best friend. And it's the biggest secret in the world, but yes, best friends for life. What more can I say? We're just plain friends.
Boo. Boo.
Who wrote that? That was a beautiful play.
The script sucks. I don't like the history. I don't like it because I wasn't right.
When in doubt, pick C.
God damn it, the prophecy fulfills itself. Oh, there he is.
So yeah, she lied to him.
Yeah.
So okay.
I actually never took the SATs. Simply because, I didn't know how to sign up for the SATs. Because I believe there were the ACTs and the SATs, and one of them was for mainly, the advanced students. I was in special ed.
Kate gets a point. A history point.
GG Kates.
So Rohan was obviously not in a position to confirm or deny this. May have sounded outlandish, but since the Queen was known to buck tradition, maybe it wasn't. So he ate it up. Rohan was eager to have Jean put in a good word for him, so she offered him a great opportunity. Write the Queen a letter. So he did. There's no surviving copy of it, but he likely apologized for dunking on her mom. And wouldn't you know it, the Queen wrote back. Except obviously it was Jean just straight up catfishing him. After exchanging secret letters with the Queen for nearly a month without so much as a glance from her, Rohan was getting antsy. He wanted to meet with her, and soon. And believe it or not, Jean saw to it.
on the night of August 12th.
Oh, I hope there's disguises. Please. Wait.
What?
At this point, do they know
What? What do you want?
the person who's being catfished? Does he know what the
Rohan?
Yeah. Does Jean look strikingly similar to the Queen?
Not particularly. I mean, Rohan
she
is
can't
much
dress
more
up as the
acquainted
queen.
with Jean than with the Queen. So where were we? August 12th.
The fuck you talking about? Women back then, they all looked the same. Powdered wigs, powdered faces, big badonkadonks.
Here we go!
The sprawling gardens of Versailles on a starlit night. Enter, sneakily, Rohan.
It's me, the Rohan,
Standing alone in the garden, chillin' hard. Sure would be a shock if any queens appeared here tonight. Crickets. I knew it. What a pile of nuts. Suddenly, from the bushes, a rustling, and who should emerge?
Who goes there? I'll kill you! Gasp! My queen! What?
Slay.
She extends a letter. You know what this means. No, I don't. I have to go now. Goodbye. Huh?
What?
What'd the letter say?
Was she a ghost?
Ah, okay, weird. What do you think just happened? A. Jean donned a powdery wig and a Jedi robe and pretended to be Marie Antoinette. B. Jean hired her husband's mistress to pretend to be Marie Antoinette. Or C. This is fan fiction written by Rohan in his memoirs.
Damn, they certainly liked fan fiction back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I write fan fiction. And if I do say so myself, and not to toot my own horn, I think I make some relatively decent fan fiction myself. Anyway.
Oh my God.
That's tough.
Rohan did talk a lot of shit, so I wouldn't put it past him to say that he met the queen, but he didn't meet the queen. You know?
Sure,
But he had no reason to lie about it because he thought he was getting actual letters from the queen.
he did.
So it kind of feels like maybe it was the mistress. But why would she hire her husband's mistress?
Well, I guess.
Well, everyone back then had, side pieces.
You'll have to pick one.
Oh, yeah. I guess we can't just sit around here talking about it all day.
Ryan, have you chosen?
I think I have.
What are you gonna go with?
I think this is fanfic.
Okay, Kate.
Oh, God. I went with Master of Disguise. I went with A.
I hope it's
Okay.
A.
I
All
think
right.
it's C.
Well, it turns out Jean's husband was getting a little love on the side with a woman who very much resembled Marie Antoinette. So without telling her much, they dolled her up and had her act the part. Points to no one. Do you think Rohan bought it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
He bought the hell out of it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yeah, because he's stupid. And he's French.
Such a degree that he didn't even bat an eye when the Queen wrote him asking to donate 60,000 pounds to a family in need, or a few months later when the Queen also asked him for an additional 100,000 pounds. Coincidentally, Jean bought a nice house for her and her husband around this time. So Jean just starts sending him a bunch of letters being like, "It's me, the Queen. Hey, I need money." And he's like, "Oh,
I think we could all pick up where that Romanian prince scam originated.
right."
She does rule. That's pretty great.
That
God
is
damn it.
so freaking cool. She was all business. She didn't care about her husband having a little mistress.
No, she was
"I'm
like,
gonna
"We
use-
can use this."
Yeah, I'm
we
gonna
can work
get
with
myself
this.
a veranda.
Now with Rohan firmly on the hook, it was time for Jean to really crank them screws. And here's where the world's most expensive necklace comes into play. According to Jonathan Beckman, quote, "The necklace comprised 647 diamonds weighing 2,800 carats. Grotesque and almost literally unbearable, it resembled an item of chainmail more than a coveted piece of jewelry. The necklace had been commissioned as a gift by former King Louis XV, but as it was such a
Okay, hear me out.
monstrosity, the jewelers, known as the Beaumares, weren't able to finish the thing before he kicked the bucket in 1774. Desperate to sell the necklace that most people short of royalty probably could never afford, they had previously offered the sale to Marie Antoinette. Beckman describes their exchange, and for once, this scene will have some allegedly accurate dialogue.
No, we did not like the dialogue from the other scenes.
Speak for yourself.
You thought it was good?
I did.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome.
Don't be so needy.
In the palace of Versailles, a sweating jeweler falls to his knees in front of Marie Antoinette.
Jesus Christ.
Madame, I am ruined and disgraced if you do not purchase my necklace. I cannot outlive so many misfortunes. When I leave here, I shall throw myself into the river. Rise, Beaumare. I do not like these rhapsodies. If you were to kill yourself, I should regret... If you were to kill yourself, I should regret it as the act of a madman in whom I have taken an interest, but I would not hold myself responsible. I told you in person that I refused to buy the necklace. The king wished to give it to me, but I refused him also. Never mention it again to me. Divide it and try to sell it piecemeal, and do not drown yourself. Never let me see you behave in this way again. Go.
Whoa,
Yo,
dope.
man.
Marie Antoinette, I'm not gonna lie, she was fucking based as hell, dude.
She freaking knows how to instill boundaries.
Well, she also just sunned him hard.
She was like, no, bitch, fix it. You're in this situation, fix it.
She ain't gonna fall for those
And
crocodile tears.
if you kill yourself, it's not my fault.
Yeah, what a power play.
Not falling for the
Wow.
crocodile
A
tears.
respectable lady.
And even if it was, I didn't mean it. And even if I did, yell, you deserved it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
Somewhat unsurprising, based
For fuck's sake.
on that exchange, that in January of 1785, Rohan received yet another letter from the Queen, and she wanted the necklace. But for reasons undisclosed, she preferred Rohan to take care of the transaction. And look, we're not here to pick on the guy, but
I
Rohan
am.
is really turning out to be quite the chump here. Assuming the Queen was maybe just hiding this transaction from the King, Rohan happily
I'm happily picking on Rohan just because, one, he's an idiot, and two, he's French. And honestly, they're both the same.
agreed to broker the deal with the delighted jewelers. A price was agreed upon, £1.6 million, paid over time, with an initial payment of £400,000 within the first 6 months. Days later, Rohan finalized the sale with the jewelers and chauffeured the necklace from Paris to the Lamont's resident at Versailles. Question. What happens next? A. Rohan is ambushed and robbed on the street by a cohort of Jeans. B. Rohan insists on taking the necklace directly to the Queen. Or C. Rohan hands the necklace to a man he's never met before. Guys, just pick one. It's okay.
No,
All
I
right,
want to
whatever.
win.
It's just history.
This one, I actually don't know this one. I watched this episode like 7 different times, but each time this question popped up, it stumped me every single time.
I'm locked in, Doc.
All right.
Let's go with A.
You're
Just-
going with A.
Just to continue the chumpness, the most chumpy thing I could think of is going to make this deal where you're already getting ripped off
Sure.
and to get robbed by that person in the
sense.
street just for funsies.
And Kate,
I'm going with B.
you're going with B.
That was my second choice.
He insists on taking the necklace directly to the Queen.
Yeah, I think he did.
Well, let's find out what happened.
Jesus.
Whew, Genie baby, you've really nailed it. Mama's hit the big time. A rapping at the door. Come on in. Oh, Rohan. Hello. Huh?
That's Marie.
Oh, shit.
No.
Let me take this from the top, huh? A rapping at the door. Oh, come on in. Oh, Rohan. Hello. What timing? I was just meditating on my very cool, very real friendship with Marie Antoinette. Hey, where's that necklace? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Here it is, the dreadful thing. Oh, I can't wait to sell this thing. What was that? I can't wait to tell the Queen what a champ you've been. Oh, bless your wonderful, honest heart. A rapping at the door. Whoa, well, that'll be the Queen's necklace fetcher. Be a treat and hide behind that potted plant over there. That sounds reasonable. So
That
Rohan
sounds
actually let a
reasonable.
complete stranger just walk off with what may be the most expensive pile of rocks known to man.
You never
And-
gave me my point.
Huh?
You never gave me my point.
Nobody gets a point. You
It
both
was
got it
C.
wrong.
Remember when I said that when in doubt, put C, and then I
Yeah.
didn't?
My brain is melting right now.
Goddamn
it this time, Peterman.
SATs all over again.
So Rohan actually let a complete stranger just walk off with what may be the most expensive pile of rocks known to man. And Jean bought herself even more time by telling him that the queen probably wouldn't wear the necklace till she summoned the courage to tell King Louis about it.
Wow.
Smart. Just plain smart.
She is Joanne the scammer.
Yeah. Obviously, Jean and her husband immediately dismantled the necklace, and he went to Paris to sell the stones at a loss for 240,000 pounds.
That's it?
Yeah.
No, I feel like he pocketed some.
Also, you got to understand, he took it to several jewelers, and most of them, it would be like trying to sell someone a stealth jet. They were like, why on
Yeah.
earth would anyone be trying to sell this
Yeah.
pile of millions of dollars
Rubies.
of diamonds?
In case you have to sneak around.
So, despite his overly trusting nature, Rohan was getting nervous the queen had yet to wear the necklace. The jewelers were also getting nervous, and on the 5th of August, Beaumaire went directly to the queen and, in meeting with her, laid out the details of the transaction. And guess what? She was pissed. That was the 5th of August. On the 6th of August, at 2 in the morning, Jean Lamotte left town. Days later, at the Queen's patronal feast, Rohan was tapped on the shoulder by the king's guards. He'd long suspected he was being duped, but only now realized the extent of it. According to Beckman, when put before the king and queen and asked about the necklace, he sheepishly uttered, "It is true, sire. I have been tricked." That's so sad.
So they rubbed his face in the poop, just
Yeah.
like you would with a newborn puppy.
Yeah.
That's
Whoa.
amazing.
Isn't it? What?
Rohan was said to be visibly shaking, and after the conversation, he begged them to spare him the shame and scandal of being publicly arrested. He was publicly arrested. Luckily, Rohan had
Please don't publicly arrest me. Gets publicly arrested. Dead.
just enough time to slip his servant a note instructing him to ride to Paris as fast as he could and burn all his documents. His servant took him seriously and rode so fast and so hard that his horse died as soon as he arrived in Paris.
You know, the horses are always the unsung heroes
They're-
of most of these stories. And it's
They
really-
are suffering.
Yeah. You ever think about horses on the battlefield just getting peppered by bullets and
All
muskets?
the frickin' time. I think about it all the time.
But you gotta think those horses, when they're all like lined up at battle, they're thinking, this is sick. Like, I'm here with all my bros.
No, they're good at. I was a horse girl. There, I said it. I was.
That's fine.
That's a
love
strong
horses.
admission, yeah.
The key word
I
there is
wasn't-
was.
I still love horses.
Uh-oh.
I don't like have stickers of them in my apartment because I can't put stickers on my wall.
Sure.
But I do love horses, but they're very intuitive.
If they were really intuitive, wouldn't they just be like, no?
Listen, I'm the type of person to like put like pictures of different animals up on my walls. For me, it'd be pandas, raccoons, and red pandas and foxes,
No, I'm not running then.
and a single picture of like
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
back to the barn.
Well, they get branded and shit.
How about give me some hay? Maybe a sweet little apple covered in sugar.
Hey, buddy, how about an apple before I run into
How about a nice old sugar cube?
that hail of bullets?
God, I love sugar cubes.
I got a lot to think about.
Meanwhile, in Clairvaux, 150 miles east of Versailles, Jean was also casually setting things on fire, according to her memoirs, and she's very chill about this. She said, quote, "Having received intelligence that the cardinal was in the Bastille, I employed myself near 2 hours in burning all the letters and notes which I then recollected to have in my possession between the queen and the cardinal. In short, I thought it my duty to remove all vestiges of a correspondence between the cardinal and the queen."
That's right.
Whoa.
So
Yeah.
even she's thinking about her legacy,
Yeah.
even in the future. It wasn't enough that she accomplished the crime.
Exactly.
Little revisionist. That's pretty cool, actually.
I really like her.
She's covering her bases.
I just
baller.
feel like she did a great job.
She did a great job.
I feel like she should take that money, hop a boat, get out of there, start a new life with all that stolen money. Well,
Sure.
not stolen. Well, yeah, no, that
mean,
was
she-
stolen.
Well,
That's
yeah.
It is
not-
stolen.
that's
She stole
Yeah,
it,
my
yeah.
bad.
So she was arrested the
It is 100% stolen.
following day and would now join Rohan in the cells of the Bastille as they awaited trial. It started out as a grift. How did it end up like this?
It was only a grift. It was only a grift.
The formal investigation began a few months later in January, and it lasted for months. The trial itself became a national obsession, and it's as long and as fascinating as the caper that caused it. However, we simply don't have time to cover it in detail, or at least the detail it deserves. So, read some books about it.
All right, don't give me a homework assignment, but
No.
No, I am the professor.
With no accreditation.
I went to Puppet U.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a
Where'd you study
PU
that?
alum.
You.
Question.
I have went to both Puppet University and Petty University. So I am a master of PUs. And also because I'm kind of stinky. But that's just because of the sweat.
Time. How do you think things turned out for these two banana heads? A. Both were sentenced to death. B. Jean pinned it all on Rohan. Or C. Jean's story crumbled like a house of cards.
All right.
Brian, what do you got?
I'm going to go with C.
It all fell apart.
I think it all fell apart. You did mention she's in jail, so I'm going to...
Well, she was in jail awaiting trial.
Whoops. I went with B.
You
I
went with
think
B.
she pinned it all on Rohan.
In the end, Rohan revealed several holes in Jean's story, unmasking her as the mastermind behind the outlandish plot. Jean was sentenced to whipping, branding, and imprisonment. Rohan was sentenced to apologize to the Queen, resign from his various positions, and was henceforth banned from Versailles when the royal couple was in residence. Pretty light.
So he could only not be in the city when they're there.
Yeah, if they show up, he's got to be like, "Ooh, goodbye."
So it was C.
It was C?
It was C. Point for Ryan. History point for Ryan.
Is that the end of the
Lots of
questions?
fanfare to that.
No, there may be one more question. Who knows?
So I guess it was C here.
Well, Rohan would leave the Bastille to cheering crowds as the public came to view him as an unwitting victim in the whole messy plot, which he kind of was. As for the Queen, her reputation was permanently sullied by the whole thing, with commoners swapping conspiracy theories about her actual involvement in the whole plot. Did she actually buy the necklace and pin it on these rubes?
Nah. People back then were very conspiratorially theories.
Was it all a plot to get back at Rohan? This was sort of the first instance of the public losing faith in Marie Antoinette. And,
Whoa.
eventually they would have that old French Revolution and behead her.
That must have been
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
such an ugly necklace.
No, I think it was beautiful, but they just couldn't wear it.
I mean, Louis XV commissioned it, so maybe it was more his style. It did say it had
does
like
seem like Louis.
shallot-sized diamonds on it, which...
I'd wear it.
As for Jean, that scrappy schemer with a drop of nobility in her
I would also wear it.
blood chasing after her dream through nefarious means only to end up in the slammer, well, let's have one last shot at history points here. Whatever happened to Jean Lamott? A. She parted ways with her own head via guillotine. B. She escaped prison by dressing up as a boy. Or C. She fell down a well in the prison yard.
Oh, boy. Oh, God. Dang it.
Don't hurt yourself.
Ryan, what's it gonna be?
I'm gonna go with A, seeing as she was a commoner. I don't think they're gonna take what she did lightly.
And Kate?
I put B. She escaped as a boy. But I think it was C. But I didn't write that.
B for boy.
I would love for it to be C.
Point to Kate. She dressed up as a boy and escaped prison. Yeah.
What?
Can you believe it?
I can't believe that. That's insane. I thought there was no chance that one was
Honestly, girl was pretty fucking smart.
right.
Just kind of, a lot of people think that maybe she did have friends in high places who, after the whole thing played out, felt kind of bad for her and arranged for her to be able to escape. But once she escaped, they never really bothered to haul her back in. So she kind of had a bit of a happy ending, wrote a huge memoir that was,
Bestseller.
pretty much everyone in this story wrote their own memoir
Sick.
and told their story.
Just imagine everybody these days if they just wrote their own memoirs. That'd be cool.
Of the event. So it was crazy. That concludes our history lesson. I'm going to go tally up the scores to see who receives the coveted cup and the title of History Master. While I do that, please enjoy this special performance from, it's the infamous diamond necklace.
Oh, God.
What?
All right.
I'm so excited.
Hey, everyone. It's me. The pile of diamonds.
Yeah, it's me, that big pile of diamonds. Well, I'm that pricey ice. Oh, but I look so nice around that neck. Marie Antoinette, she didn't want me. She told me to my face that I was ugly. But I guess in the end I got the upper hand because they didn't cut my head off. And sure, they hacked me into tiny pieces. A devastating thing for all my nieces. And yes, necklaces can have nieces when they're anthropomorphic. I was just a pile of jewels, made Rohan look like a fool. But a fella should know better than to trust a simple letter. So I guess if there's a lesson to this whole backstabbing mess, then it's that if you think you know the queen, to make sure that you know the queen. Like, has she ever talked to you, or looked at you, or smiled at you, or even seemed to think of you, or met you in the daytime? Maybe ask her for a license or to pose a 2 days paper. And if she doesn't want to, then my dude, I think it ain't her.
It's actually pretty, it's not that
This
bad.
is so
It's
good.
actually not that bad.
Oh my
A
god.
stack of diamonds has bars.
Truly.
Wow, that guy was really good.
Yeah.
What a songwriter.
Yeah.
Don't compliment yourself.
Huh?
You son of a...
Shane Madej just casually glazing himself.
Well, let's see how we did. Tallying up the scores. Ryan and Kate, you both made it out with 2 history points. It's a tie.
Is there no sudden death?
No, there's no sudden death. You share it.
You could have it, Ryan.
We could just hold it like this.
Is it full of jelly beans?
Yeah.
It is. They're actually pretty good.
Sure it is.
I love jelly beans.
I know. Thanks for watching Puppet History, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Oh, I got a root beer one.
Oh, Kate, thank you for being here.
Oh, I had so much fun.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, I need to go to the bathroom, and I also need to still set up like the Zenless bits. So I am going to be right back. And y'all will just have to suffer and listen to Dog Song for like who knows how long. Alrighty. I have returned, except for the fact that I forgot to open up Hoyo Lab or Hoyo Play. God damn it. Fuck. Yes. But no, not only did I go to the bathroom, I also had to, refill my cup and add more ice. What? Love you too. So, we will be doing Zenless Zone Zero. I've also decided that when I stream, I won't be streaming on my main accounts. I'm gonna be streaming on I'm gonna be streaming on my alt accounts. Now, where the fuck is my cursor or my mouse? There it is. Wait. It's all the way over there. I won't be able to look at chat unless I turn on my tablet. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright. Zenless Zone Zero is what is going on? Hang on. I don't know how to describe what's going on because my mouse will not go under my taskbar. Oh, well, now it will. There we go. Yes, desktop audio, it's a little bit loud, but there we go. Oh, well, shit. Okay. A yom up. Can someone explain to me that meme? Are you gay or just European? Because I don't get it. I think it's just because I'm dumb. Your time is precious. That water almost went down the wrong tube. It didn't though. So, haha, I win. Right, I'm gonna. Okay, let me grab my iPad. Which, fun fact, I finally have an iPad for after 25 years. No, wait, 24. Yeah, this is my first piece of smart tech since I turned 18. What am I looking for? Twitch, dumbass. Your time is fresh. Oh, Amelie is streaming. Fuck, I love Amelie. Access more tools in mod view. I don't need that right now. I don't even have a mod. Yes, I said mod, not mom. I mean, I don't have that either, but that's besides the point. Alright. Cryptid. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, F2. Toot. Never. By the way, I do not stream on Mondays or Sundays. I only didn't stream on Saturday, and it was literally because I was sick. And to be honest, I'm still pretty sick. Not as bad as I was before. Cause there we go. Let me talk to the kitty cat. I want to talk to the kitty cat. Look at the kitty. Oh, I love cats. I love cats. I love dogs. I want to hug all of them. Oh, I wanna fly to the end, till the morning comes. And my, what a surprise! Some hopes and dreams fire. I wish on them, let's fly. Mew Mew. Oh my gosh, I love Mew Mew. Help the Bang Boo. Also, I know how this works. The Bang Boos are so cute in this game. Rise up to the challenge, you are never alone. Oh, 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 my, what a surprise. Alright, now let's talk to good old Brother Wise. Oh, before I do that. Bang Boo. And that. Okay, so yeah, no. Humans don't give me anything. Bang Boo. I have not unlocked the, hang on. Okay. I have not unlocked the... Oh. No, I haven't unlocked the Bang Boo setting yet. So once you reach like a certain I think internaut level, you should unlock the bit for the Bang Boo. And unlike Bang Boos, you don't lose your, and actually, unlike the characters, you don't lose your 50-50. So the S-rank Bang Boo that you pick, you are guaranteed. Like always. Wise! Belle, welcome back. Have you sorted out the thing with the... Oh, yeah. We should try and be good citizens. It's best if we don't know. Rest a bit on the sofa, but why do I have to rest on the sofa? Also, this sofa, it looks cute and everything, but bro, this shit looks so fucking uncomfy. Oh god. I'm looking at the stream on my tablet and it is Very laggy. Morning, Belle. What do you plan to do today? I'm gonna work till the sun sets. I'm all fired up. Yes! Actually, I think we might be able to... Okay, complete main story chapter 1 intermission. Help request. Commission. Did you find... Yes, I did. Accept. Accept. Yes, yes. I know. Accepted but not tracked. Accepted and currently tracking. Available to accept. Well, let me do my fucking deep dive shit. Oh, time is precious. I think my character should be at level 20. Quadine, Lycon, and Rena. Yes. So let's get this started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. That was fast. That shit loaded really quick. I actually didn't expect that. Yes, yes, yes. Are you Pegasus? Yes, yes, yes. Barry, I know how to do things. Oh, you bitch. Oh, okay. This doesn't happen normally. Cargo received. Okay, okay. There, that goes. Connect the conveyor belt to him. Okay. Alright, this should work, I think. Yes, it did. Okay. Whee! Gimme.
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve.
I am not used to hearing Barry talk.
I will keep these safe for you.
Your time is precious. Alright, let's see. Who needs sedatives? Yeah. Best to connect everyone to the conveyor belt. Of course, feel free to collect the gear coins along your way. So it would be... Alright, I think I got it. Nope. There's one. Okay, I would have to need to... I would just need to do it at one at a time. Alright, so I need to do them both at once. So let me see. Boop. Alright, I think this time I think I got it.
So many coins! I hope they'll come in handy.
There we go. Yes. Oh, I missed the gear coins. Oh,
I
fuck
shall
well.
keep note of your assets and income.
Oh, please don't.
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve. Please, allow me to help.
Alright, so... Okay, oh my goodness. Shut the fuck up, fairy! Bitch.
So many coins! I hope they'll come in handy.
I can just be doing this.
I'll help you keep hold of such things.
Alright. Okay. Then...
I'll take care of these for you.
Hang on. I want to... Let me start all over.
I'll keep it safe for you.
Okay. Now... Damn it. I want to try and collect all the gear coins. Yeah, I know. Let me think. Let's see. If I go down this way. Okay, yes. That's actually right.
Well done. You got something quite valuable.
So many coins! I hope they'll come in handy.
They will. This should work. Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. I found some things on the way. Alright. Hooray!
It is an attendant's responsibility to manage wealth prudently.
I don't know what half that shit you said meant, but I am a very happy fox. Oh shit, is my VTuber not responding? No, it's not that. It's just that this is kind of behind. Okay. Yes, pay the 1,500 gear coins.
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful.
Now give me my
Opening
shit.
valve.
Huh? Is
Defeat the enemies. Yes. Oh, God. Fucking hell. My VTuber does not want to keep up with me. Ah, my foot! Starting.
Please step aside.
Say no more.
Go, Corin.
Great effort. Jump.
Can't expect much big pee-pee damage. Money.
You've done well, Cora.
Aww. He's such a dad.
Go now, child. Embrace your fear.
Okay.
At your service.
Power max.
Here we go.
Yay! Nailed it. Snailed it. Let's get it started in here. Wait, what time is it? No! It's almost 8. No! I was having fun. We can stream a little bit past 8. Internship accident? Let me take a pause here for a minute. Claim. No! I'm a special breed of stupid. Ugh. Claim. Toot. Claim. Enter not. How about enter not these nuts? King of soccer. Okay. Here, okay. There's an old guy in the store. Let's talk to this dude. Jobbert. Oh, it's Hetty. Hello, Hetty. Has improved. Nice. Small, enter the, okay. Actually, does that mean, nope. Not yet. You gotta face up to the challenge, you are never alone. I made it so that she was. Her eyes were closed. Hey, nice. Hello, Howl. Hello, sweet boy. Look at Howl, such a sweet baby. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nice. Your time is precious. Alright, so watch what I do. Minus that bit. Oh yeah, I actually used to be in soccer. I was never good at it, by the way. Just because I used to be in soccer doesn't mean I'm good at it. To be fair, I'm not really good at anything, but that's besides the point. Hello, Officer Mew Mew. Ooh, the dumpster is glowing.
It's getting late, citizen. Please stay safe.
Because you told me to stay safe, I'm gonna do the exact opposite.
Should I say, protect you?
I didn't mean to do that bit. Okay. Oh, time is precious. Now what are you doing? Help the bamboo. I know. Yeah, I'm not dumb. Alrighty. I think I'm also trying to keep an eye on for like those like shiny like thingies. Because when you see those shiny things, that means an HIA token is available. Hey, it's Ellen. There's a player whose points I just can't see on the top. A very familiar username. Can't remember where I've seen it. Weird. Maybe some obscure blogger, but they're not on my follow list. Jinx. Oh, Jinx. Let's suddenly call out someone's username. Play a game of Soul Hounds in single player. Oh, I love Soul Hounds! Soul Hounds is my
Good
favorite.
evening. How about winding down with some games after a busy day?
Yes. Soul Hounds. Was it just Soul Hounds 3? I don't know how to play Soul Hounds. I love Soul Hounds. I suck at it, but I still love it. Oh, Lord. Ah, balls. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Such a sweet puppy. And then Jake. Huh? Oh, there we go. Oh no, poor puppy. All right. Oh, was it K? Yay! The fuck killed me? Ah. Look at the little tail wag. Achievements.
Flies when you're having fun, right? Looking forward to your next visit.
And I talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Ooh, nice. Is this? No. I thought it was Billy's signature. But nah, I'm not that lucky. Oh, time is precious. Oh yeah, I actually had a really scary nightmare last night. It actually got so bad I woke up and I had to like go hug my dad. Because it was that scary. What happened in the nightmare was, I think it was around Halloween time, and we were like living in a hotel still. And somebody found me, and they were stalking me like through like random cameras that they found. Or
I will keep these safe for you.
oh well, shit. And it was really scary with how realistic it felt. Fortunately, I'm not living in a hotel or motel anymore. But it was still like really scary. fuck? It won't let me attack. What the fuck?
In position.
Oh my god, my mouse is dead. Is it dead? Oh, hell no. Now is a very bad time to die on me, mouse. Oh no. Oh no. Where's my charger? Oh, fuck. No, my tissue box. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Okay, seriously though, what happened to my charger? Oh, there it is. I was wondering why it wouldn't let me. Ah, for fuck's. Fucking crunk. Pull the lever, crunk. Wrong lever. Okay. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum. I'm not left-handed, but so I'm gonna have to put my mouse on my tummy. I think it's still pretty dead. So I'm just gonna need to let this charge, and then I'm just gonna need to use my mouse pad. Well, damn. What do you the fuck you mean guide? I don't need. Oh, okay, whatever. Oh, this is why I really hate having Bluetooth, anything. Because it dies at, like, at such inconvenient times. Hmm. Oh, hello.
Leave the rest to me. Take this.
Now's my chance.
Zero.
There we go. Jesus Christ.
I hope these will be of use to you.
Pretty Wolfman talks. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Oy. Let's see. Yeah.
You really want to give me something so important?
Corin, it's just gear coins. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Let me see. Okay.
I shall keep note of your assets and income.
Why do I get the feeling her and Ben Bigger would get along very well? Okay. Hey, nice.
Please, allow me to help you manage your resources.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Oh wait. Oh shit. I'm a dumbass. Oh. Dumb bitch. Oh, for fuck's sake. Actually, let me see. Because, well, I can't have it both ways. Because this mouse is like dead. Ugh. Hang on. Y'all can hear me, right? Let's see. Yes, you guys can. Alright. I fucking hate doing this shit without a proper mouse. I was dodging that shit, you bitch. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Understood. Quickly now.
Please, give me a little bit.
Ugh. Oi, I was dodging, you bitch. Hello. You got this, Corin.
For you, I'll eliminate any obstacles.
I'm not gonna lie. When he said that, woof woof, I'm a simp. Don't. No one say a fucking word. Not one fucking word. I might still play this on my alt account in my own time because I'm actually having a lot more fun early game than late game. Alright. I think... Alright. I don't know if this is actually related to the main story. I really hope it's not. Looks like it is. Oh, man. I think we can call it a day here, everybody. That was a lot of fun. Except for the bit where my mouse decided to die on me last minute. Still salty about that. Alright, so I'm thinking... So, I'm going to wrap the stream up. So, one, don't forget to follow me over on Le Twitter. Over on Porcelain Nixia. And for more updates, I also do stream on Kick. However, with there, it's not as much. It won't be as much of a chaotic mess. It's more for like I don't know how to describe it. I think I'll still be like doing my gacha games and shit over there. But who knows? I haven't decided. But yeah, no, I stream basically whatever I don't feel like over on Kick. I stream at 10 a.m. To 1 p.m. Alright, so you guys will not need to worry about inconsistencies. Because I'm trying to make this a consistent thing. Alright, so thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys stay cool during this heat wave, or the summer, or just in general, really. Alright, and I'll see you guys some other time. Ta-ta!